So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Stafford now to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
21.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
The Ravens take over
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
13.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but on Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Stafford's pass intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 95 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Play action. It's Jackson. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. 21-0 our score after 1. Second down and 3.
Yo.
Jackson options out left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are able to widen their lead here in this first half. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Stafford. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. On the counter, here's Williams. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
Monday.
They snap it to Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Jackson to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Hey, Alpha.
Dobbins will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tucker now to add the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
Like 7.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at the 24-yard line.
To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might...
And in for the Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers from 4 yards out. And the Ravens have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it is 42-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Stafford. That is caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. Still on his feet. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick 6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression, my goodness indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Throwing is Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Stafford to Higbee there. Rams 1st down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. Making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Stafford. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's a 2nd and 8. Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Hey, easy. 0.
Now it's Stafford. This one swung out to Williams. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. There he goes, right side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis operating gun, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now they'll send Kupp in motion right. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Going quickly out to the right side. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews. Touchdown! Mark Andrews, 32 yards. And the Ravens just continue to roll. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, middle. 40 got. Come on.
Now Stafford. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack. So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, They're staring up at a 3rd and long. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Hey, 50. Easy, alert.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Here comes the Rams punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
We're in Baltimore. 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Flowers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Jackson on 1st down. Pass complete on the out route to Beckham. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
Well, up big with still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, Jackson. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Ravens extend their lead yet again. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken it.
Gets this out to the 16-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Hey, 70. Hey, 22.
Just beating the play clock. Stafford. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. Oh, they're changing this at the line.
Zero.
Here we go on fourth. Stafford. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It goes as a pickup of 23. And that leads to a Los Angeles first down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try to keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Jackson, option right. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. That's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler. First-round pick back in 2012. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. A give up the middle to Dobbins. Ernest Jones there for the tackle. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Now Jackson going to shift him around.
brings up second down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Open man downfield is Duvernay. This is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 42. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. There he goes again. And in for the Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 42 yards. And the Ravens Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Second and 10. Stafford now to throw. Going up top for Kupp. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
This offense so far on third down, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Stafford here, coming off his pick six. That's caught. It's Tutu Atwell. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
At the 35-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 10.
10.
Back to throw, Stafford. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one good for 37 yards. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Hey, 50. What are you hot?
To the air again, Stafford. To the right side and complete to Atwell. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
And now here is another interception. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. They've got his man complete. Down the right sideline. Inside the 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, Charles, just impressive in all 3 phases. Offense, defense, special teams have really done their job. And here the offense doing its part yet again with another score in the 4th quarter.
I know it seems like something we shouldn't do because the scoreboard does tell it all. But let's set it aside for a moment. This game was absolutely memorable with how they played it. Really terrific effort, really well executed. Congratulations to them.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. David Ojabo running in to take him down.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. He'll get this underneath to Henderson. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
0. 50-50. 0. Nobody hot.
They snap it to Stafford. And he's brought down
can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line.
Middle. Sit up.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.